That's actually two. So once you take off the, they put them together for shipping. Yeah, they put them together for shipping.
He's looking for you, but do you know how much it is for 225, 45, 17? Okay. And how much?
So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm taking away the stock wheel look on my Explorer, which is like this, you know what I mean? Yeah, they look good. It's the stock rims, the stock pretty much wheel. These are Michelin's on there, you know. It looks good on a 2011 Explorer. But what I want to do is put some more aggressive look. So I'm gonna go with some all-terrains. I don't want to go mud because mud I think will be too noisy. So I'm going to go with some all-terrains. But I'm going to keep a stock wheel. A later project that I'm more than likely going to do is I'm going to do some wheel dipping. And that's how I'm going to put those on. So what we're doing now is we're going to do some test fitting. So I got some 1-inch adapters, hub centric, that I put on, and then we're going to test fit and see what this rim looks like. We're going to let it down. We're going to see what that profile looks like and see if it's good. I just got the one set of the 1-inch for now so that I can see, is the 1-inch going to be too wide or just right? And if it's too wide, then I'll put them on the back and I'll get a smaller one for the front. If it's going to be just right, maybe I'll end up getting a bigger one for the front. So my original are the Michelin's. Now that's all we're doing. So I'm at my wheel shop. I give a shout out to Jalasco Tires up in Van Nuys, helping me out with this. Now we're not using this one. Remember, we're doing that one. Oh, yeah. Gonna get that nice, aggressive looking wheel and put on there. My other three are at home in the storage, ready to go. And I'll just end up swapping the tires on the rims. So it gives it kind of a truck-like appearance, and I want more aggressive, and who knows, I might end up actually going bigger. I don't want to put a lift kit on it. I like the height of it, and I've got a little one who is having problems enough already fitting inside of the car with the stock wheels on it. All right, so now the final test. That looks beautiful. Sticks out just a little bit. You can imagine it on the rear. So these are the Bfgoodrich K02 all-terrains. The size for this one is the 265/60/18s. And I've got that 1-inch adapter on there. I'm liking it. Actually, I like it a lot. So the question will be, and I'll ask my tire guy, how does this clearance look? Clearance in here. It feels like that edge is right. I don't think there's going to be a bounce factor. So if I were to use a different size in the front, if I could find 3/4 inch instead of that 1-inch, maybe I would go with the 3/4. If I feel like there's an issue potentially with the wheels hitting the top on a high bounce situation or something of that nature. But I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks indeed. I'm gonna do a test fit on that rear. Let's look at it from a different angle. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that indeed. All right. We'll try the back one. Okay. I'm gonna give him a moment, kind of doing it in between their little jobs over here, hoping that everything's good. Let me go inside, grab my other phone so I can grab a camera, get a nice view. So now we're gonna switch out the rear. So the rear profile is kind of like this. You can see that little one peg on the back end of it. It's just a little bit on the down slope right here. So I'm thinking with the 1-inch. What do you think about that professionally? That would
really good.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, you know, these are pretty strong shocks on it, so I'm not worried about like hitting some dips in California and scraping. I'm thinking it'll be fine too. If anything, I would go to a 3/4 inch instead of that 1-inch, you know, just to be absolutely sure, because I don't want to put a lifter on it, you know. But otherwise, I really do like the way it looks too. Yeah. I didn't factor the part that I'll be getting the wheel adapters, and I've actually probably could have gone with a wider tire to give it even more of that Jeep look, which is really what I'm going for. My favorite car is a Jeep, but that's a dream car. I can't afford a Jeep. I can afford a Ford.
Really good, though.
Yeah. So that's basically the standard 18-inch wheel off the Explorer. And like I said, there's my size, which is the 265/60 18s. And my originals that I had on there was 245/60 18. So basically I'm going a little bit wider, but because of how tires are made, it's just a tiny bit taller. But that's mainly, I think, because of the tread. So there's like the two wheels right there to give you that idea. All right. So we're gonna put that stock one back on.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to this rear one and get a good deal on that. I think this wheel would actually fit perfectly on this back without any rubbing issues or anything like that. But adding the adapter to it will give it a little bit more aggressive of a stance. And most importantly for me, wheel-centric and hub-centric adapters. Don't just go out there, guys, and buy an adapter and throw it on there thinking, oh, it's going to be great, because if those adapters don't fit perfectly, that can prematurely wear out your tires, because the hub-centric will help get that wheel in the middle. Now, getting also a wheel-centric so that when you put your wheel on that adapter, will also be balanced perfectly, just like it'll be a factory type of setup, you know, and you won't have any issues with your wheel rotating like this. It'll be a perfect spin. And that wheel rotation is very important, of course, when you're talking about, hello, wheels. We're going to take these rear ones off. So that's the stock one back on. The car's lifted a little bit right now because of the jack, of course, but that's the stock one back on. So we got that look. Gonna throw the 1-inch adapters onto it. I got the 1-inch adapters. It's a 63.4, or maybe it was a 64.3. You know, I forget exactly what the look it up, guys. Look it up. I'll put that in the notes below. So look this up. I'll put some notes in later. Exactly what you should have here, okay, so that your adapter is on there perfectly for a hub-centric setup. And you want to be able to get it perfectly centered on here, and then you want to duplicate this on the outside of that adapter, and that's what we have, you know. So that's what we want to do, is get the right one. I got it from eBay. I'll put the name of the company down below that I purchased it from eBay. This was more made for the Ford Explorer, which is the 5x114 size, and hub-centric, wheel-centric, and the pair. So I'll take a look at it. Let's go take a look at it. These pair, which came with the little lugs so that you can lock it onto your wheel, was about, I think, $45, $48, which is not bad for a pair. You probably could get cheaper for a set of 4, but that's, of course, if you're getting them all exactly the same. Yeah, you could probably save maybe $5-10, mainly because you're not double paying shipping or anything like that. But I wanted to start out with my 1-inch, put my 1-inches on, see what they look like, and then go ahead and see if I needed to order bigger ones or smaller ones for my second set, which will finish out my full 4 on for the wheels. So I'm gonna help him out a little bit. Go ahead and take these 4 over for him. Put it up next to him. Help you out a little bit. All right. So see how it has that nice little lip on the end, and that's what you want. Don't go cheap, guys. Get it properly done. You know, we're saving money by doing it ourselves, but that doesn't mean that our product itself needs to be cheap. Go quality product and just learn how to do it right, or have someone do it for you. So that's the 1-inch adapters on it. See, it fits perfectly on that hub and with that little lip sticking out. Now we're going to try put this wheel on, see if it looks aggressive enough, or if I would consider going a little wider. I can tell already by the fitment that it's filling out that wheel well nicely. That 1-inch adds a little dimension to it. Now I've heard on a couple of other forums that you can put this wheel on. It won't have any problem with your turning. If you go all the way full knuckle left or full knuckle right, that you won't have any rubbing. And again, I've had 2 people who said they installed this size tire on theirs, and they did have that as an issue. You know what? I like that. Yeah, I like that. So with that front, it was right at the edge. With the rear, it's just a little tuck under, just a little tuck. But that's kind of like a factory look to it, where the front fits in there just right. I like it. I think it'll be fine. It actually will have the right look. I've got enough wheel space in there where I could go with something bigger. And with that adapter, it probably would be fine. So, once again, we'll take a look at the rear from the other side. So that would be a standard look. Let's just stop it just before the wheel. With the OEM tire, an OEM rim and a Michelin tire. And then let's go around. Oh yeah. Yep. You know what, guys? I'm going with the 1-inch. It's going to be a little while before I order the 1-inch, couple of days. So if you think I should go a little bit wider, maybe 1 1/4, let me know. But to be honest, I'm thinking a 1-inch match with that would be beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. All right, thanks for watching. That's my test fit for the K02's Bfgoodrich with a standard wheel. I'm gonna go ahead and order another set of adapters. I'm gonna head and mount them on. That'll be for episode 8 most likely. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dip them. I'm gonna go with like a nice soft. If I could find a gray that matches, I'll do that because that'll make it easier. Otherwise, I'll go with that that gray black or a deeper black or a faded or semi-gloss black. So from a stock wheel in the front with a pumped up wheel in the back, kind of has a truck look to it, but I like it. Yeah. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna take this off, put my regular ones. I know that this will look good, and we'll do a reveal later with all 4, and then we'll do a project and do some plastic dipping. Thanks again, guys. Talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe and like.